A very special welcome to each and every one of you fans watching round number 2 of Thursday Night Thunder. Jeremy Brio on the inside, Juan Jimenez on the outside, the 7-4 and 2-2 adorn the front row as we get ready to go racing. Pace car peels off, 195 miles on offer. Green flag is out. Let's do it from Vegas. Amy Mooney in the YouTube chat cheering for number 99, Al Simkowski. The Dominican driver from Santo Domingo, Juan Jimenez, leading the first lap, but the rookie makes contact with the wall. Cars scattering behind him, including Nevada's very own Ryan Pannell from nearby Henderson, Nevada, just down the road from the strip. The graduate from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. Go Lobos. He's sitting in the 10th position right now as Jimenez just goes purple, 30-32. The Dominican leads and pulls away from Texan Donald Ray in the number 5 G-Mac Impala. Behind him, last week's winner, Cody Pannell, getting his 4th win in 13. Thursday Night Thunder starts going for 5 tonight, making his way around that 5 car. Donald Ray making his first appearance in this 5th season of racing, and behind him, Al Simkowski moves into 5th, but the Taco Bell machine is moving just a bit quicker. 30.25 seconds for Jeremy Brio. The Pennsylvania driver sitting 7th right now with Orlando's Richie Catania just to his outside. Catania shoots high. He gives it a wiggle. Will the position fold out of 4? Terry Gabbard on the inside line. Moving up to the 8th position. John Honeybrink now inside the top 10. Jimmy Kerr the 3rd. Lucky number 13th right now. He's side by side with the 6'2 of Aiden Norman. Garrison Girl 2992's in the chat. She says, "Go Garrison!" Cheering on Josh Garrison in the number 84213 Simware Chevrolet. The Impala sitting behind the North Carolinian Dustin Painter and the Virginian Tommy Withers in the Batman Pfizer machine. Throwback to that awesome Mark Martin paint scheme, and maybe, just maybe, driving a Mark Martin car will bring him luck. It was the number 6 Mark Martin car that took victory in 1998, the first ever Winston Cup race at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, but they have been racing here since 1972 on the drag strip and later the road course. Expect drivers to go about 45 laps in one run, but of course cautions can influence that. Juan Jimenez being influenced out of the lead as Good Hope Georgia's Cody Pannell moves to the inside. And this driver looking to clinch a championship as soon as possible. He's one of the favorites every week to win not only last season, but this season as well. Both he and Toby Peanut Butter Estes, who's not present in this race nor last week. Two of the favorites last year, as well as two-time champion Tom Sears. But how about defending champion Thomas Andrews to the inside of Terry Gabbard? John Honeybrink starting to creep through these positions as well. He's up tonight. Brio to the inside of Simkowski. This for that 5th position. The Pennsylvanian to the inside of the Chicago, Illinois native. Simkowski trying to get a draft out of the 4th corner. Terry Gabbard wants to gamble with them too. Is there room at the table in the top 5? Brio shuts the door into 1. Simkowski middle, Gabbard high, defending champion Tom Andrews on the inside. Central Florida's Richie Catania now sitting in 10th, and James Kerr in that 11th position, the number 75, now on the outside, making way for one Ryan Pannell. Shout out to Mark the Fat Shark, Amy Mooney, Garrison Girl, Bama Trema, all in the chat cheering for their favorite drivers, and everybody watching along. I'm Rick James. You're watching the second round of Thursday Night Thunder Season 5. Richie Catania on the inside gets a bit squirrely. He loses control, and on the inside line, everybody will sail past the Floridian 3 wide into turn number 3 with Aiden Norman in the 6-2 looking to take advantage, and does. Catania sinking like a stone outside of the top 12. Cody Rakes sitting 15th right now in the number 3 Ski Impala. I was talking to Cody. I asked him, what's Ski? He said it's a beverage that babies in Kentucky know about because they put it in their drinks. He said kids incredibly young start drinking this marvelous drink that everybody supposedly knows about. Shout out to Mark the Fat Shark, a former ARCS driver in the chat tonight. He says he's just down the road from Greensburg, Kentucky, where you'll find Cody Pannell. And there is one of the hat-wearing Bluegrass Bandits. I wonder if he's got a profile picture where he's not wearing sunglasses. But the Greensburg native, repping his favorite drink so far in the 15th position, Josh Garrison. Right behind him in 16th, the 213 Simware Chevrolet, sitting just ahead of Virginia's Tommy Withers in the 16th position. Garrison, coming into this race, finds himself 17th in the TNT point standings. Lots of room to improve for the Ohio native. We'll see where he ends up at the end of tonight's race. As far as the top 2 are concerned, Cody Pannell took the lead away from Santo Domingo's Juan Jimenez. He's leading this race by half a second over the Dominican. Shout out to Bailey Shepard, who followed here in the last 20 minutes. There's Jimenez sitting 0.6 of a second ahead of Donald Ray, sitting 3rd. The NTR Graphics Impala, a rookie this season in Thursday Night Thunder, but so far he did brilliantly in the first race. Well, the first half of the first race. Jimenez DNF'd, unfortunately, but so far 14 laps into this one, he's doing well, sitting in 2nd. The Texan Donald Ray rocking those Ricky Hendrick colors on the number 5 Impala. Sits in 3rd ahead of 2-time champion Tom Sears. The Southern Mass driver, also with 213 Simware on the front, side, and back of that 1-4 Toyota Supra, sitting in the 4th position. Sears racked up a podium last week in the North Wilkesboro season opener, coming in 2nd just behind our current race leader, Cody Pannell. Sears right now comfortable on the high side of the racetrack, while Jeremy Brio, his fellow New Englander, rocks the low side in that Taco Bell machine. But it's not a runaway at the moment. The top 5 drivers from Brio all the way to Pannell, only 1.5 seconds apart. Let's ride along with race leader Cody Pannell. He's sitting in 1st by just 1/4 of a second over Jimenez. Challenge for the top spot, Cody Pannell. Just 1/10 now ahead of Juan Jimenez. You're looking at that Ford Thunderbird decal on that 2.8 Texaco Haviland Ford. That's one thing I go on week in, week out about the paint schemes in TNT, but I love this creativity. Cody Pannell in this Texaco Haviland Ford Thunderbird. Tom Sears in his Toyota Supra on the outside of Jeremy Brio. Some throwback paint schemes. A little bit of a call to Bill Elliott in his 94 McDonald's machine. Thomas Andrews with a little bit of TNT love on the hood in his Miller Genuine Draft Impala. Richie Catania in the Jeff Gordon Monte Carlo, as it were. Ryan Pannell in Casey Kane's Dodge Charger. And how about Dustin Painter in the Buckshot Jones Pontiac Grand Prix on the inside of Ryan Pannell. This the move for the 9th position. The North Carolinian looking to get one over the Nevada driver. Early on in this run, we're about halfway through this first run. Expect drivers to be able to go between 35 and 45 laps. Run. Painter. Side by side with Pannell for the 9th position, but look back at this hornet's nest sitting with Jimmy Kerr III. Let's ride along with Kerr as he watches all of this unfold. Fans at home, don't forget, we are giving away a 1/64 scale Kyle Busch Ethel-M Chocolates Toyota Camry diecast. I almost said Supra there. Just enter the code in the chat, TNT Giveaway 2, for your chance to win. We're going to put that example into history right now. Exclamation point, TNT Giveaway 2, just like that. Oh, there it is. Well, I can't paste it. Let's type that then. TNT Giveaway 2. There it is. And get your chance to win that 1/64 diecast. It's up on the Rick James Twitter and the Thursday Night Thunder Twitter. Cody Riggs making his move to the inside of Tommy Withers. This the battle for the top 16 places. Further ahead, Terry Gabbard looking to pass John Honeybrink for position, and slowly, silently, making his way up through the field is the 5-6 Mopar Dodge. That's Salem, South Carolina's Jason Alexander on the inside of Ryan Pannell, who's being held up by Aiden Norman on the outside. Pannell had to check up to avoid disaster and does so. Graduate of some science at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. Ryan Pannell in the 12 car sits in 12th, but we've got a fight for first. Juan Jimenez to the inside of Cody Pannell. Jimenez leaving little room for the Georgian to get around on the top side, but he is almost in position to take that position. In position to take that position makes no sense. In position to take first. Juan Jimenez in that 22 car has to check up just a bit. The rookie taking as much as he can from the 4-time Thursday Night Thunder winner, but he's going to have to try just a bit harder than that to get around this seasoned, now veteran, Cody Pannell, running in his second TNT season. Further on back, the 2-time champion not driving like it. Tom Sears getting up on the wall as Donald Ray gets around him for the 4th position. He's going to have to regather his balance, try to stay off that wall again, and he does so successfully. But Tom Sears in the 14 has scraped up the starboard side of the 213simware.com Supra. I wonder what they make. Sears back at it on the outside of Donald Ray. Juan Jimenez now trying the outside of Cody Pannell. Will he give the crossover out of turn number 4? He does. The Dominican dives down to the port side of the Georgian. Juan Jimenez leading once again, but can he make it stick? The Georgian lifts off, looks for the crossover in the middle of 2, hits the apron. Will he have the momentum out of the second corner? Jimenez has to take the lead and run with it, and he runs right into the wall. Now, Jimenez on the defense, on the back foot. Cody Pannell to the inside, about to complete lap 29, and both drivers on the knife edge, fighting for the lead and fighting hard. 101 laps to go. Jimenez, Pannell, Ray. 1, 2, 3. The Dominican Republic, the United States, and the United States sitting second and third so far. He got a win last season and a couple Cole Trickle Move of the Race awards to his name. The ARCS veteran and Thursday Night Thunder veteran. Trying to stay in the top 3 spots. This is, again, his first race this season, so Donald Ray is himself on the back foot trying to climb up through the standings. Tom Sears, with something to prove and trying to shake the dust off, came so close to a 3rd championship in 4 seasons. But now, the Massachusetts driver carefully trying to keep his drive well alive. We know it's only race number 2. Cody Pannell dives down to the pits, 32 laps into this one. And the pit window has now opened in this second race of the season. The Georgian comes down at a painfully slow 55 miles an hour. Careful to not speed. Cody Pannell gives it a little bit of a wiggle down into the pits. He's down for tires and fuel, but will the floodgates open? Jimenez says, no, I'm out here for another lap. He's got a 4-second advantage to Texas Donald Ray. Jeremy Brio in 4th, Tom Sears in 3rd, while Al Simkowski and defending champion Thomas Andrews sit 5th and 6th. Simkowski giving it a bit of a shake into the first corner, and you can see the tires are just almost done by how lively the 99 car dances down the back straight. Mama Vols trying to enter the chat by putting in TNT Giveaway 2, exclamation point TNT Giveaway 2. Makes the difference. You just saw Donald Ray make his way into the pits. The Texan slows down to 55 miles an hour, and the field speeds past him. Look at this mess for 12th and beyond. John Honeybrink ahead of this 3-wide formation. Behind him, New Jersey's Tristan Catania involved in this one. Catania right now being scored 19th, 3 laps off the pace. Moldy Muskrat in the chat says, what's up everyone, as Catania sails around Tommy Withers. He's making his way down pit road, and it looks like this is the mass exodus, and the floodgates do indeed open. Everybody is on their way to a cool, crisp double 5 on the Speedo. And 35 laps into this race, we do have some takers for tires and fuel, but how long will Juan Jimenez stay out? We know Thomas Andrews loves to stay out. One of those, well, that long run strategy earned him a win in the season opener at Rockingham last year. Will he find himself on the way to another victory? There's still well over 85 laps to go in this one. 2-2-1-4-2. Your top 3 with the double 9 of Al Simkowski just outside the podium positions. Juan Jimenez decides he's going to stay out. Tom Sears decides he's going to stay out. Tom Andrews will also stay out, and everybody down the top 8 continues to stay out, waiting possibly for a yellow. Jason Alexander decides he's going to come down pit road while the field circulates around him. And, oh, we got to fix that. Streamlabs says TNT giveaway 1 for your chance to win. That is not true in the slightest. Let's fix that. The code is TNT Giveaway 2. Enter code TNT Giveaway 2, exclamation point, I should say, TNT Giveaway 2, for your chance to win. And that's at an Alan Kowicki. Why don't I update this before we start racing once again? Kyle Push, it's not a throwback diecast. Pardon my error, but let's get back to racing here, and we'll fix this script in a moment. Juan Jimenez continues to lead. He comes down pit road at an incredibly quick speed. He does get it down below 55 miles an hour, and you saw the Georgian. Cody Pannell flying on the outside, but he won't inherit that lead just yet because Stamford, Connecticut's Thomas Andrews is your new leader on the 39th lap of competition. Jimmy Kerr in third. Hometown driver Ryan Pannell in fourth. John Honeybrink in that fifth position. He's got Josh Garrison going to the inside. Terry Gabbard keeping his nose clean for now as the 00 of Dustin Painter on fresh tires just slides on through. Look at the speed the Aqua Fresh Grand Prix carries into 3. The 00 in those top 12 positions, and on the move, Thomas Andrews has decided it's time for him to come down pit road, as does Jimmy Kerr and Ryan Pannell. John Honeybrink inherits first place, and he is your new leader at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. He is the only driver yet to pit, and the chase is now on for Georgia's Cody Pannell. He has a 9.9, as near as makes no difference, 10-second advantage over Juan Jimenez, who came in 7 laps after he did. Donald Ray pitted 5 laps prior to the Dominican. The Texan sits in fourth ahead of Pennsylvania's Jeremy Brio. Cody Pannell now looking to make his way closer and closer to Jimenez. Cody Pannell now inherits the... I'm sorry, not to Jimenez, to John Honeybrink, as Johnny Honeybrink decides to come down pit road, and he will be the last driver to make his first pit stop of this race. Honeybrink comes to a halt, and you see drivers starting to fly past him. So your new leader in the number 2-8 Texaco Haviland Ford Thunderbird is Cody Pannell, the Georgian looking to get 2 wins in 2 starts this season. And what a way to announce your first full-time season in Thursday Night Thunder. But he's still got a long way to go. Just under 90 laps remain in this second of 16 races. Next week we head on to Richmond Raceway. Ryan Pannell gets onto the apron. Has he lost it? He keeps it moving. But the Nevada native, now slow, Terry Gabbard on the outside, and that Casey Kane themed Mountain Dew number 12 Dodge Charger sits in 17th right now as Gabbard starts to peel away. Over the last 9 seconds, however, between Juan Jimenez and Donald Ray. Let's open this up here. Cody Pannell with that 9-second gap. And over the last 5 laps, with tires that are 7 laps more fresh, that's the gap from Jimenez to Ray. There's the gap, including Cody Pannell, and consistently over the last 3 laps, Jimenez at least 3 to 4 tenths quicker than Cody Pannell this time around on lap 43. Trying to match 31.021 seconds. Juan Jimenez, 3 tenths quicker, and still quicker than Donald Ray. But is he going too hard, too fast? Is he gambling on a yellow, or will those tires go the expected 38 laps? That would mean Juan Jimenez coming in on lap 76 compared to Cody Pannell's 62. A lot of math involved, but a lot of racing to go. Cody Pannell now trying to put Josh Garrison a lap down in the 8.4 213 Simware Impala. The other Ohio driver, Terry Gabbard, down to the 16th position. He is the first car 1 lap down. Tom Sears on the outside of Jeremy Brio. This a battle between 2 New England drivers. The pilot of that 1.4 Supra getting around the 7.4 Monte Carlo SS. Jeremy Brio sits 0.8 of a second ahead of North Carolina's Dustin Painter. Let's ride along with the North Carolinian and see how he manages one lap in the Buckshot Jones Pontiac. That sweet VA music continues to sing through the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Juan Jimenez now within 6.5 seconds to Cody Pannell. Is the Georgian feeling the pressure? Is he staying smooth under the oncoming charge from the Dominican? Donald Ray sitting still in that third position, 1 second ahead of Tom Sears. And over the last 5 laps, Sears has been chipping away 0.2, 0.3, and now 0.6 of a second into the Texans' advantage. You can expect a change in position here in this coming lap or two. Meanwhile, Jeremy Brio feels Dustin Painter getting just a bit closer. Jason Alexander now trying to overtake Tommy Withers. This for the 7th position. The South Carolinian looking to get to the inside of the Virginian in that Pfizer Batman Ford. Jason Alexander crisply and smoothly gets around to the number 6. Here comes Chicago's Al Simkowski. He wants a spot in the top 8. The McDonald's Impala trying to get to the outside now of the Pfizer Ford Taurus. And Simkowski makes hard contact with the outside wall. Chicago, Illinois' Al Simkowski taking a hit, but getting back up, brushing the dust off. The Blackhawks fan gets back on it, doesn't lose very much time, and the 99 gets around Tommy Withers for the 8th position. Tom Sears, you can see, on the outside of Donald Ray, gets into the top 3, and the gap between Cody Pannell and Juan Jimenez now shrinks within 5 seconds. Further on back, Josh Garrison and Terry Gabbard having a bit of fun. They're trying to double team Cody Riggs through the first and second corners. Gabbard can't quite hang on the outside. Riggs holds on with a tight grip on the top lane. Gabbard now trying to come down the middle and split those two into 3. They almost make contact, but they stay away from each other, and the sticky situation out of the 4th corner gets just a bit easier to swallow. They complete this 51st lap of competition, 3-4-84, running 14th, 15th, and 16th. Cody Riggs in the Ski number 3 Impala came out best. Gabbard on the outside once again, but does he have the grip to challenge from the outside position? Gabbard still hanging tough up high. Contact from Josh Garrison to Cody Riggs. The 3 goes around. 84's into the wall. Ryan Pannell makes contact with the barrier on the outside. Yellow flag flies for the first time in lap 54, just ahead of Juan Jimenez. I think Cody Pannell also got around this too without incident. And caution is out for the first time with just under 80 laps remaining. Let's have a look one more time at the contact between Josh Garrison and Cody Riggs. Yellow flag's already flown by then. Let's have another look. Garrison just coming down on the 3 of Riggs, and Garrison trying to keep it in one piece, does so on the outside retaining wall. Ryan Pannell, not so lucky. The number 12 Dodge did not get the best exchange out of that. Let's go on board with Josh Garrison. How about going on board Cody Riggs? Glove save, if I ever saw one. Kentucky's Cody Riggs with some sure hands to keep that race car in as much of a straight line as he could. He's sitting in 6th right now behind Josh Garrison in the 84. Two-time champion Tom Sears at the front of the field. Let's see if we can bother the Massachusetts native for a quick word. Tom Sears, Rick James up top. Can you hear me?
Copy that.
You're leading this race in round number 2. It is a long 16-race season. What have you learned so far in these first 56 laps of competition?
You know, I'm finding the high side, saving a little bit of tire wear. Juan is very fast. He's new here, so it's good to see a new guy up there up front. Chose to stay out because we're not halfway yet. We only have 3 tire sets left, so I'm sticking out here and just trying not to blow my tire on the last see what happens. A little gamble.
Important to manage the tires or the fuel mileage, as this is much longer than last week's race. Track-wise.
I would say, yeah, it's actually looking like it's going to be a tire thing. Just looking at it, our tire wear I think is a little lower than we expected, so I think everyone's going to be trying to manage their wear. Fuel's always important, though. We like to have that.
That brings us to the most important question of the evening. Tom Sears, seeing as how we're in Las Vegas, what's your favorite casino game to play?
I like the slots. I'm not much of a gambler, so I go with the simplest thing because it keeps getting to the best.
It keeps it easy and simple, doesn't it? I agree with you. I like the slot. I love the penny slots especially. You throw $1 or $2 in there, you get, what, like 25, 30 spins? You know you're not going to win a lot, but you're paying for entertainment, you know?
Yeah, I don't want to end up spending more than I intended before I left, so we usually don't go to the casino, but when we do, we don't spend too much.
I got you, buddy. We stick to the penny slots. All right, buddy. Yes. Well, keep the shiny side up. We'll be rooting for you, and hopefully we talk to you at the end of the race.
Thanks for the stream, Rick. We'll see you later.
Two-time champion Tom Sears looking to win his 3rd. He would be the first driver to win a 3rd Thursday Night Thunder Championship. You got to get some sort of special prize for that, don't you? I would imagine so. But while the drivers get reorganized for this single file restart, we're going to do the same. We'll be back in 30 seconds with more racing from iRacing's Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Thursday Night Thunder, round number 2. John Honeybrink, 1 lap. I'm sorry, that's not John Honeybrink. That's Tristan Catania. John Honeybrink is sitting 18th on the lead lap. Tristan Catania sitting 2 laps down will restart to the inside of Tom Sears. Gen 4 cars, Gen 4 rules. That's how Thursday Night Thunder rolls. Sears has control of the field, waiting for the signal. Green flag is out. Let's go racing. Caution is out for the second time, only 1 lap after the restart. Richie Catania by his lonesome. Josh Garrison with a busted wheel on the right front corner. Josh Garrison, his car wrecked. He's going to need a fast repair. Greensburg, Kentucky's Cody Riggs also involved. Old Dirty 30 in the chat says, what's up? Bama Trama, you are in the giveaway. Remember, the code is TNT Giveaway 2 for your chance to win the Kyle Busch 164 FLM diecast. Cody Riggs, you can see his car damaged as well. And let's see what brought out this most recent crash. Richie Catania, John Honeybrink, Josh Garrison, all involved, crunched up against the outside retaining barrier. Let's have another look. Just looks like the 2-4 of Catania tried to come down. The 3 of Cody Riggs possibly getting loose. Let's have a look again, but from the green flag. Let's have a look here and just see how they got bunched up. And you make the judgment call, but it looks like possibly cold tires just turned both of those cars around, and by the time Richie Catania caught the car, it was just a bit too late. On board now with Honeybrink. And Honeybrink jumps immediately to the pits. So the caution comes out for the second time today. Kentucky's Cody Riggs now has some damage to repair. It looks like he may have used that one fast repair to get his race car going once again. Massachusetts' Tom Sears leads the way. Jeremy Brio sits in the second position. The Pennsylvanian looking to score his second Thursday Night Thunder win. Does he have a good chance behind Massachusetts' Tom Sears? Why don't we find out real quick. Jeremy Brio, Rick James up top. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Buddy, you're sitting in the second position right now behind the 2-time champion with the very fast rookie, Juan Jimenez, behind you. And, of course, the guy that everybody looks over their shoulder for, Cody Pannell, in that 4th position. How do you rate your odds to win at Las Vegas?
At least 20 more cautions and we'll be good. I need a couple more cautions to be even with these guys, because they're going to be on better tires than me and they got a lot more fuel. So if I can get a couple cautions to come together, which they look like they're going to happen, may have a shot at it.
What's going to be the tire situation like? We get 3 tire changes tonight, this being our second caution with just inside 70 laps to go. Is it going to be something where you want to save 1 tire for the very end, or is it something where the long run car is going to be better?
It again depends on when the cautions fall. I mean, I'm kind of hoping on, like I said, the cautions falling sporadically and mainly near the end, so I can use this extra set that I'm saving. That's what I'm going for. But if it goes green, it's going to be all about who can save the tires and be the fastest at doing it. So, yeah, I'm not in that boat. So I'm hoping for cautions.
No worries, my friend. Keep the shiny side up. And the most important question of the evening, JB, what is your favorite casino game to play?
You gotta go craps.
Gotta go craps. All right, buddy. We'll roll the dice. Keep the shiny side up, and hopefully we talk to you here in about 65 laps.
Alrighty, thank you, Rick.
Jeremy Brio, just off the Susquehanna River. Repping the state of Pennsylvania, he'll be starting second in his number 7-4 machine. Juan Jimenez sitting in the third position. Cody Pannell in fourth. Defending champion Thomas Andrews in the fifth position ahead of North Carolina's Dustin Painter. Aiden Norman, Al Simkowski, Jason Alexander rounding out your top 10. Ryan Pannell back in racing action after that heavy slam on the right side of his 1-2 Charger. Sits in 15th. Tristan Catania taking advantage of that lucky dog. He'll be restarting one lap down. Josh Garrison also one lap down. Cody Riggs also one lap down, but he'll be starting to the inside of the leaders. Tom Sears in the lead. Jeremy Brio in second. Juan Jimenez sitting in third. Once again, Sears has control of the field. Pace car peels off. We're getting ready to go racing once again. We've hit the halfway mark in Sin City. Who's going to gamble? Who's going to come up big? Green flag is out. Let's go racing. Tom Sears leading the first lap after green. Jeremy Brio sits in the second position. 1-4, 7-4, 2-2. Your top three. Cody Pannell sitting in fourth. Thomas Andrews sitting in that fifth position. Everybody trying to get in line, trying to sort themselves out. Ryan Pannell in the 1-2 on the inside, looking at the Hornet's Nest just ahead of him. 2x2, 2 rows deep. Out of the fourth corner, everybody makes it through clean and unscathed. Jason Alexander holding on to his top 8 position. Dustin Painter just went green, 30.4 seconds. He gets to the inside of defending champion Thomas Andrews this time around. Painter, 30.53, good enough to move himself into the top 5 behind last week's winner, Cody Pannell. He's caught up to Santo Domingo's Juan Jimenez on the outside of Jeremy Brio. United States, Dominican Republic, United States running 1, 2, 3. Sears in the 1-4, Jimenez in the 2-2, Pannell in the 2-8. Will he be patient or will he find a way into the lead? Will he follow Jimenez there? The 2-2 to the inside of the double champion. Dominican Republic to the lead. USA second and third out of the second corner. Sears able to stay off that wall. Chevrolet, Ford, Toyota, your top 3 at Vegas. 69 laps about to be completed, and Juan Jimenez making a nice start to his first Thursday Night Thunder season, to this 5th season of Thursday Night Thunder. 61 laps to go. If you've recently tuned in, I'm Rick James. You're watching TNT Season 5, Round 2 from the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Aiden Norman sits just ahead of James Kerr, 8th-9th, and Tommy Withers sits 10th. The Pfizer Batman Ford Taurus trying to find his way into the first Fast 9. Further on back, Donald Ray and Ryan Pannell exchanging numbers, positions, possibly a little bit of paint. Central Florida's Richie Catania in the 2-4 makes a couple of scrapes with the outside wall. He follows the draft of Al Simkowski into this third corner. The Batman Forever Impala sits ahead of the Pepsi $billion Monte Carlo. And the Mountain Dew Charger sits behind the both of them. Ryan Pannell in 16th. 30 seconds ahead of Cody Riggs, who is the first car, one lap down. The number 3 Ski Chevrolet battling with Josh Garrison and Tristan Catania to be that first car, one lap down. The New Jersey native, a bit squirrely out of the second corner, but still plenty of optimism in that 48 camp. He did start this race 3 laps off the pace, and here he is, just one caution away from getting that lap back. But he's got to get around this driver here, Greensburg's Cody Riggs. Fighting now with Josh Garrison 3 wide out of the second corner. Will they stay in one piece into 3? Aiden Norman on the top side, Josh Garrison in the middle, Cody Riggs down low. The 3 car holds on tight to that white line. Garrison using the speed out of the 4th corner. The 213simware.com Chevrolet trying to go the long way around Cody Riggs. The Ohio native Josh Garrison makes it into 17th. He is now the first car, one lap down should the caution come out. Josh Garrison will be in that position to get his lap back. Juan Jimenez, your new leader, leads Cody Pannell by 0.4 of a second. It's 2.5 seconds back to North Carolina's Dustin Painter. Massachusetts' Tom Sears sits in 4th. Side by side, fight for 5th between Jeremy Brio. Jimmy Kerr III moves into 5th. Terry Gabbard in the middle, almost making contact, and he does. 2 cars into the wall. They slam that outside wall. More contact. Brio goes for a spill. There goes Don Ray. Cody Riggs. Caution number 3 is out at Las Vegas. And the biggest crash yet, involving at least 5 cars. Rockwall's Donald Ray having the best race of his season so far, with a destroyed right front corner. Currently running 11th. Jeremy Brio, you see he got vaulted into the Las Vegas sky into turn number 3. The Taco Bell Monte Carlo takes an unpleasant spill. How about Cody Riggs? Involved in yet another accident. This time an innocent bystander again. And the Kentucky native rolling by with a somber sound. Let's go see what happened to these drivers. This is Jeremy Brio in the wall. There's Cody Riggs trying to avoid him. Just nothing he could do there. This started with the 4 and the 6. Let's look back to Terry Gabbard trying to get around Tommy Withers. Now, this is all before they crashed here. There's Gabbard already into the wall, and the contact's already happened. So this is Donald Ray getting around Terry Gabbard here. And again, it looks like it's already started at this point. Here's going to be a good angle here. It looks like the 4 just trying to side draft off of the 6, Tommy Withers. Gabbard gets a great run out of turn number 2, comes down on the 6, makes it 3 wide out of the second corner. I don't know if Withers saw him there. It was so close. Jason Alexander makes it through. Aiden Norman makes it through. There's Jeremy Brio, ruined. Another look, this time from the sky. Just looks like the 6 of Withers just tried to move up just a little bit. You see Donald Ray, he got the worst of it, almost made it through. One more look from the 5's perspective. Keep your eye on that blue and white Ricky Hendrick car. Aiden Norman moving full speed through all of this. Richie Catania avoiding the 5 of Ray. Shout out to Jason Alexander. Let's ride along cockpit with the South Carolinian. Watch this. Oh, this is the lap prior, excuse me. Let's actually go to the accident here. Jason Alexander just scooting through all of this. Aiden Norman also just making his way through. One more look with Aiden Norman. Full throttle all the way into that 3rd corner. Jason Alexander also making moves. Alexander just a bit more cautious, and watch the 62 of Norman just flies on through. And that calls for a couple of awards, if I do say so myself. Shout out to South Carolina's Jason Alexander and Aiden Norman. They both have earned Cole Trickle moves of the race.
Ice cream!
Aiden Norman in the pits getting some repairs, but shout out to him as well. Clever moves to keep themselves in one piece. So the 3rd caution is out, 79 laps into this one. Juan Jimenez leads right before we go back to green. Let's have a quick word with the Dominican. Juan Jimenez, Rick James up top. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you loud and clear.
What's it going to take to keep him off you?
Well, it's just going to be about pitting at the right time and making sure we have just not getting past, not saving tires properly, and hopefully having the pace to keep him behind me.
All right, buddy. Keep the shiny side up.
It's been really fun.
Yeah, we're going back to work here, buddy. Shiny side up. Best of luck, man.
Yeah.
We'll see if he keeps this race car in one piece. Restarting on lap 79, on lap 80. Completing lap 79. Jimenez has control of the field. Green flag is out. Pannell by just 1/10 of a second out of this 2nd corner. Pannell on his tail. Driver scattering wide. Al Simkowski is in the wall. Caution number 4 comes out at Las Vegas. Richie Catania also involved in that one. Tristan Catania may have caught a piece of that. Aiden Norman again throwing caution to the wind. Flying at cautions at crashes full speed. Even Cole Trickle didn't get away with all of those. The 62 Dodge Intrepid safe, but the caution flies once again. Let's see what happened to Chicago's Al Simkowski. And already he's in the wall, just crunched up. Richie Catania cannot break away from him. Let's have a look. Simkowski just goes up high. Was there any contact with the 3 of Cody Riggs? Let's run this one back here. Let's get a closer look and see if there's any contact with Riggs in that 3. It's so hard to tell from this angle. It looks like there wasn't. Let's slow this one down and ride on board the gearbox of Cody Riggs and just see what it looks like from his angle. And now in real time. And one more look from the blimp now. Keep your eye on the lime green Batman Forever machine inside line. Lime green numbered, I should say. It's right on board Richie Catania. Nothing the Floridian could do at that time. Juan Jimenez continues to lead 84 laps into this race. Cody Pannell sits behind him in the 2nd position. The Georgian won last week at North Wilkesboro, and he intends on doing the same. Cody Pannell, Rick James up top. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you, Rick.
Cody, you're sitting in 2nd, and you started Season 5 off in the best way possible. We've got just under 45 laps to go when we go green. What is the strategy? Is there enough tires to go the distance?
I think we've all got about one set left, so yeah, I think we're all going to have enough tires. It's just when do you take them, because if you take them early and a late race caution comes out and somebody saved a set, then you're going to be a set and duck. And Juan, he's really fast, so, you know, there's a lot of factors going into my decisions right now.
If it goes to that last tire change, at what lap do you decide to stay out? With how many to go is too close to the end?
I don't think you want to wait any later than about 30 to go, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens here when we go back green.
We're asking everybody tonight the most important question of the race. Last week's winner, Cody Pannell, what is your favorite casino game?
Favorite casino game? Man, you got to go with the old classic slots.
You like the slot? Do you go for the big number slots, or do you do like penny slots?
No, we're sticking to the penny slots, right?
That's me all day, buddy. You give me a bucket of quarters, and I'm like an 85-year-old woman at those things. You know, you give me a bucket of quarters, happy as a clam. All right, buddy, we're going back to work. Keep the shiny side up, and there's a very good chance we'll talk to you at the end of the race.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Rick.
Good Hope, Georgia's Cody Pannell. I don't know if you've ever been to Good Hope, Georgia. It is an incredibly small town, but let me tell you, this man Cody Pannell, he is a wonderful man to get to know, and he has a lovely family around him down there in Georgia. Shout out to the Pannell family. Good folks down there in Georgia. Great racers as well. Cody Pannell, actually a dirt car racer. You can probably see a couple pictures on his Twitter, and it's in the family. It's in the blood. His cousin Ryan, not only a bit of a dirt racer himself, but his cousin Ryan running in the 14th position. Ryan Pannell, graduate of UNLV from nearby Henderson, Nevada, just down the road from Las Vegas in the little town they call Paradise, sitting in that 14th position, and the science major, trying to put a little bit of knowledge into this late race strategy. We're restarting with 45 laps to go. Santo Domingo in La República Dominicana cheering for Juan Jimenez, leading at the restart. Green flag is out. Dustin Painter coming fast and loose out of the fourth corner. Tom Sears right behind him. They're coming up on Terry Gabbard, who finds himself in the 18th position, the first car, 1 lap down. How about Tristan Catania, who's crashed in the 48? I was just saying to myself, he's come back onto the lead lap, and the 48, Tristan Catania from North Jersey, has crashed the RaceArcs.com Camaro. Have a look. Loose out of the fourth corner on cold tires, and a one-car incident sends the 48 spinning. Tristan cleans up his mess. He's back to racing shape, but with a severely damaged front end, and he's waiting for the mercy of a yellow flag under this Las Vegas sky. 2-2, 2-8, 1-4 in third, but how long will that last? Here comes the 00 Aqua Fresh Pontiac. Dustin Painter sitting in fourth ahead of Jason Alexander. Cody Riggs falls off the racetrack. He's sitting in 19th. There he is in the number 3 Ski Chevrolet. He's all patched up. The Greensburg, Kentucky native may have also lost it on cold tires. Have a look. Contact with the 75 of Jimmy Kerr. Cody Riggs mows the lawn down on the front straight. Let's have another angle here. Riggs coming high up off the fourth corner, trying to maximize speed. Skiing through the grass on the front straight, but it looks like Riggs is back up to racing speed. But how about this? The two-time champion Tom Sears up to the lead. He puts the 213 Simware Supra on the point in Las Vegas, but not without a fight. 3 wide for first place through 3 and 4. Sears, Pannell, Jimenez completing lap 90, and now 40 laps to go in Vegas. Sears leading, and it's a drag race for second behind them. Dustin Painter says, I want to play too, and the 00 Pontiac marches towards the podium. Further on back, as repeat 1975 would put it, this hornet's nest behind these drivers. Starting to clear up, trying to make it through. That old Dirty 30 asks, how many years of experience do you have in broadcasting? I would say 2. I think. I think it's been about 2 years. This is my 4th season calling Thursday Night Thunder. Fans at home, don't forget to enter TNT giveaway 2 for your chance to win that Kyle Busch diecast. It is on Twitter at Rick James TV. That number 18 Ethel M chocolates machine up for grabs. TNT giveaway 2. Tom Sears going closer and closer up through the field. All the way up to the lead. Finally making the breakthrough past lap 90. Cody Pannell up to the second position. He's opened the door for Juan Jimenez and Dustin Painter. Pennsylvania's Jeremy Brio also wants a slice of this action pizza, but not without a fight from defending champion Thomas Andrews. And how about rookie Aiden Norman in his second Thursday Night Thunder start? Making it up to the 7th position. He is up 7 places since he started this race. Tommy Withers looking to make a resurgence. He's only 1.5 seconds behind Jimmy Kerr in the number 7-5 machine. The 8-4 of Josh Garrison to the inside of Terry Gabbard. This not for position as the Southern Ohio driver in the Freaky Fast Ford sits in 17th. Andrews and Norman swapping positions. Aiden Norman to the inside of Connecticut's Thomas Andrews as they follow this procession towards first place. Let's ride shotgun with the 62 of Aiden Norman. He sits in 7th. Norman on the outside of Jimenez, making it look easy, getting around up to that 6th spot now. Cody Pannell also on the outside, and Jeremy Brio leading the reindeer behind him as they try to get into formation. The 7-4 Taco Bell machine up to 2nd position, the highest he's been all night long. Thomas Andrews, the defending champion, having a less than stellar race last week, getting to the inside of Cody Pannell, the Georgian sliding on back, but is he saving tires? Tom Sears leading by 2 3/4 seconds over Jeremy Brio, who has Thomas Andrews behind him. This is the view from the 7-4. Aiden Norman, the rookie, Aiden Norman, up into 3rd. We have 2 Thursday Night Thunder rookies in the top 5. Dominican Republic's Juan Jimenez on the outside. Last week's winner, Cody Pannell, to his inside, trying to get into that top 5. But again, Pannell dropping a few places, and with 30 laps to go, he could be trying to save these tires. Drivers have not pitted in 25 laps. We saw some drivers come in 31 laps into a run. Some drivers waited all the way until lap 38. No one has made it past that 38 lap mark. Tom Sears ahead of Brio by 2.5 seconds. Thomas Andrews sitting in 3rd. Rookie Juan Jimenez to the inside. That old Dirty 30 says, you make it sound fun. If I was more social, I'd try to get into broadcasting as well. Keep it up. Well, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. It does mean the world. Speaking of pit stops, Cody Pannell on the inside of the racing surface, pit road. He's decided to come in for his final change of tires. Drivers get 3 tire changes, and he will lose a lap. Here comes Tom Sears just flying around the outside, and that is what 2.7 seconds looks like. So Pannell using his last tire change, and there he goes. Jeremy Brio, is he also thinking about coming down for tires and fuel? The money stop, as it were. If it goes green, this will be the final stop. Dustin Painter's on his way in. Jimmy Kerr, Tommy Withers, everybody now trying to take advantage of the situation. Who will be next on their way down pit road? Everybody still circulating down that front straight. Dustin Painter on his way out. Jimmy Kerr, Tommy Withers also on their way out of pit road. There are the point standings after just 1 of 16 rounds. We'll see who makes this right decision and who will make the biggest leap through these point standings. Tom Sears extending his gap to Jeremy Brio. 3 seconds now between them. Juan Jimenez in 3rd. Thomas Andrews just behind him. Chicago's Al Simkowski rebounding after slapping the outside wall and being involved in a heavy accident with the 2-4 of Richie Catania. The Batman Forever Chevrolet into the top 5 now. Aiden Norman sitting in 6th. Juan Jimenez diving down to the inside of Jeremy Brio, possibly putting pressure on the Pennsylvanian, but no, the 2-2 decides it's now his time to come down pit road. He at an alarming rate of speed. He gets it woed down to 50 miles an hour. 55 is the mark that you want to hit. Cody Riggs decides he's going to stay out and just sail around at 175. Richie Catania also coming down pit road for his final stop of the evening. The 2-4 Pepsi $1 billion Chevrolet. Sitting in the top 10 right now during this cycle. We'll see which of the leaders decide to come in. Jeremy Brio makes the move. The 7-4 comes down pit road for his final stop of the night. Jimenez on his way out of pit road. What will the rookie be able to come up with in one final throw of the dice. There goes Cody Pannell sailing around Jimenez. He was the first driver to come down pit road in this final cycle of green flag stops. And you can see on the left-hand side of your screen, we're inside the final 25 laps of racing. The Georgian, last time around, 32.36. This time around, 30.63. Tommy Withers just went green with a 30.48 second lap. The Pfizer Batman Ford, his fastest lap, 30.46. He goes even faster, and the tires are proving that they do the job. Terry Gabbard into the 11th position. He has yet to pit. Defending champion Thomas Andrews is in. The Season 4 title winner comes down for his money stop. He's got a bit of a reputation for being the master strategist. What will he come up with in the number 2 MGD Chevrolet? Tom Sears has a 4.2 second advantage over Al Simkowski. Sears really gets on the binders, and he comes down pit road as Richie Catania comes oh so close to hitting Sears, but everybody's good. We're all fine. Everybody can relax. Your race leader is now Al Simkowski in the 99 Batman Chevrolet, and no doubt the Chicago native is gambling and hoping that the yellow comes up. Rookie Aiden Norman also hoping for the same. And how about Texas Donald Ray in that third spot? He has not pitted since lap 76. He's just been overtaken by Cody Pannell, who is currently, I believe, 2 seconds faster than Ray last time around. And that's what fresh tires will do to you. But Cody Pannell will also have the oldest tires by the time the checkered flag flies. He came in on lap 101, so he'll have 29 laps of wear on his tires if the race does not go to overtime. The rookie is in. Aiden Norman decides to come down pit road for his tires and fuel, obviously. There we go. The view was obstructed by the pit boxes there, but now the 62 is out in his Dodge Intrepid. He'll rejoin the racing surface as Cody Pannell careens around him into that first corner. Pannell finds himself just 3 seconds off of his cousin, Ryan. I'm sorry, 30 seconds. I read that one wrong. Pannell still 1 lap off the pace as the top 3 have not come down pit road. Donald Ray, now your new leader in the GMAC Chevrolet. Josh Garrison in the 213 Simware Impala sits second, and Ryan Pannell in the Mountain Dew Dodge Charger sitting in third. But of course, on tires that are just about 35 laps old, Donald Ray still refusing to come in. How long can he stay out? Will the yellow be fortunate enough to come out for the Texan? Jimenez now on the outside. He's in the 16th position, finding himself well off the pace of Cody Pannell. Did the Dominican possibly get himself a speeding penalty? Donald Ray on the way down pit road. He decides he can hold on no longer. Enter Josh Garrison as your new leader. The 213 Simware Chevrolet on the outside of the Mopar Dodge of Jason Alexander. Garrison finds himself a full lap ahead of Cody Pannell. Ryan Pannell 4.5 seconds behind the 8.4 Chevy. Cody Pannell sitting in third, trying to get one of his laps back, but he has to wait for this man to come down pit road. Josh Garrison, the Pied Piper right now at Las Vegas. Is he try at this point? There is no is. He has to try to hold on for another 16 laps. But what a way to get a win if he can get that job done. Not only does he need to stay out for another, now 15 laps of racing, if he manages to do so, his tires will be 53 laps old. What a feat that would be, but anything is possible. We'll see what Garrison can do his last time around. 32.72 seconds. Cody Pannell his last time around, 31.06. Pannell moving a full second and a half or more quicker than Josh Garrison. Last time around, Cody Pannell, 31.22 seconds. Definitely 1.5 seconds quicker than Josh Garrison. 14 laps remain, and the math says Cody Pannell is not moving fast enough to upset Josh Garrison if Garrison stays out on these tires, but Ryan Pannell trying to take that win away from Josh Garrison. Pannell pitted 5 laps after Garrison. Pannell will have, I believe, 38 laps of wear on his tires. No, 48. I can't do math, forgive me. 48 laps of wear on his tires if he can manage to go all the way to the end of the race on this set. The gap now 3.3 seconds between him and Cody Pannell. Fans, after the checkered flag, we will be closing the raffle. Anybody in chat can put in !TNT giveaway 2. As you see it there, you get one chance to win that number 18 Kyle Busch Ethel M164 scale diecast that's up for grabs. Last week, Tall Bag o' Milk, as his handle says, won the Alan Kulwicki throwback diecast, and we're going to have a giveaway for every week of racing. All 16 races in this 5th season will have a giveaway. Fans cannot win in 2 consecutive races, and of course, drivers in Thursday Night Thunder are ineligible to win. 11 laps now remain. The gap, 1.9 seconds. Ryan Pannell sits 12 seconds ahead of Cousin Cody. The interval, closer than we anticipated. 13 seconds. Now the gap. Cody Pannell really on it, a full 2 seconds quicker and a little more than Josh Garrison. Tom Sears is in the wall on the outside of Cody Pannell, just trying to stay out of the way of the Georgian, but at the same time race him for this 3rd position. Tom Sears' tires 8 laps fresher than Cody Pannell, and is he putting a stop to Pannell's chance to win this race? 9 at the line. Next time by, Josh Garrison with a 1-second gap to Ryan Pannell, who won in the most wild of ways last season at Talladega. And there's Garrison. Garrison is on his way in. He can hold on no longer. Josh Garrison putting up a good fight, but in the last round, he throws in the towel on these extremely worn General tires. And the Ohio driver comes in for a fresh set of rubber, and he's going to go like a bat out of hell these last 9 laps. Ryan Pannell, 9 seconds and counting ahead of Tom Sears. Last time by, Tom Sears a full second ahead of Pannell. It's going to be so close, but Pannell has to maintain the 1 second difference between him and this driver here. Sears coming through with a brilliant third place finish last week at North Wilkesboro. Will he manage to do the same? Will he manage to stay ahead of his competition? 8.2 seconds now the gap between this driver here and this driver here. The hometown favorite, Nevada's Ryan Pannell, up 10 places from where he started last time around. 32.46 this time around. 32.88 Tom Sears. 7.3 seconds. Now the difference, and Sears 1.6 seconds quicker than Pannell. There's the gap over the last 5 laps. Sears chipping away inconsistently at the lead, but again, Pannell has to maintain being 1 second quicker than Sears. And the math says Sears will catch him if he can stay quick enough. Pannell is in. Ryan Pannell is in. And the Nevada driver says his tires can hold on no longer. So now it's between Tom Sears, Cody Pannell, 2 seconds behind him, Jeremy Brio, 2.5 seconds behind Pannell. Looking back to Juan Jimenez, sitting 19th. Jimenez DNFs again for the second consecutive week, and a disappointing end for the Dominican 2 weeks in a row. Same situation as last week, running well, and he ends up DNFing. This time Jimenez DNFing after what is presumed to be a pit road penalty, but we don't know for sure. Tom Sears, 2.4 seconds ahead of Cody Pannell. Is there enough life in the tires to mount a challenge? You can see Sears just consistently quicker. The 8 laps of tire wear is the difference between the Massachusetts and the Georgian native. Three to go next time by. 14, 2, 8, 7, 4. Right now, your top 3. Dustin Painter running in 4th ahead of Thomas Andrews by 3/4 of a second. Jimmy Kerr sits ahead of John Honeybrink. This a battle to finish in the top 10. Virginia's Tommy Withers sitting in 9th behind Jason Alexander, who's also involved in this scramble. Alexander sitting in 8th, looking all the way back to Honeybrink in that Home Depot Chevrolet. Honeybrink glued to Jimmy Kerr's back bumper. Tommy Withers trying to get to the outside of Jason Alexander. 2 laps to go next time by. 3 seconds now the gap between Tom Sears and Cody Pannell. And if Sears can keep his car pointed in the right direction for another 3 miles, he'll open up his Thursday Night Thunder campaign with a win in the second round. Pannell 3.25 seconds back. Brio 1.6 seconds back of Pannell. Brio pitted 5 laps after the Georgian. Is he trying to put those tires to work? Here comes Thomas Andrews, last season's points champion on the outside of Dustin Painter. This for 4th, late in the game. Thomas Andrews, he pitted 4 laps prior to Dustin Painter, but how has the wear affected these cars? White flag is in the air, and it's a race no matter what happens next. Tom Sears out of the second corner, getting around Richie Catania in the 2-4 Chevrolet. The Massachusetts driver diligently saving his stuff for the end, and the gamble will pay off. The 213 Simware Supra will come to his first victory of the season. Tom Sears wins at Las Vegas. Jason Alexander sitting in 8th. Tommy Withers just behind him. Withers won't have enough to mount a challenge. John Honeybrink to the inside of Jimmy Kerr. Kerr will finish 10th. Honeybrink will finish 11th. Thomas Andrews able to pip Dustin Painter for the 4th position at the end. And it's win number 1 for Southern Massachusetts. Tom Sears, he came so close last week at North Wilkesboro. A 3rd place finish in the season opener, and now a 1st place finish in the second round. He will head into next week's race in Richmond with a win under his belt. I think Tom quite literally burned the house down on that one, but he's earned it. We're going to talk to Tom Sears, Cody Pannell, and Jeremy Brio in just a moment, and we'll announce our winner of this second of 16 giveaways. Fans, don't go anywhere. We'll have your round 2 podium in just a moment. On the podium now with Pennsylvania's Jeremy Brio, going in reverse order actually. No, we're with third place finisher Jeremy Brio. JB, looks like we are talking to you at the end of the race, my friend. You got the job done at Vegas with some very worn tires. Congratulations on third.
Yeah, it was. It kind of worked out. I kind of wish the caution came a little bit later, at least the last one. But other than that, I think did a pretty decent job using up that last set. Just maximizing what I could do with it, and then came home third.
Bronze medal for you in Sin City. Next week, we're going to head over to Richmond Raceway. Going to be a much similar shape, but it's going to be a much different affair. You'll head in there tied for fourth in the points standings. What do you fancy about Richmond? You got a chance to win it?
Yeah, if Cody doesn't show up, if he shows up, I think I'm out of luck there. But I mean, it's going to be a fun one. I love short track racing, and I love short track racing with these cars, so it should be a lot of fun. And I'm a bottom feeder there, so I'm going to have a lot of fun there.
You heard it. Look out for the bottom feeder, Jeremy Brio. Jeremy, we'll see you next week at Richmond. You sit 6 points off of the top 3 in points. Congratulations.
Alrighty, thank you, Rick.
Tonight's silver medalist, the number 28 Texaco Ford Thunderbird, Cody Pannell. What happened at the end? You had the dominant car all night long.
Yeah, the gamble there on tire strategy just didn't go the way that I wanted it to. I'm not exactly sure how many laps older tires I had than Lurkin and Jeremy, but it was enough to make a difference. And I was just hoping I could build a big enough gap while they were staying out that it would have gone a little bit better than that. But overall, a good race. It was fun battling with Juan there at the beginning. He was really fast tonight, and then also Larkin. Congratulations to him. He played it just right. And congratulations to Jeremy on P3. Just a really good race overall.
You're going to head into next week's race at Richmond tied for the points lead with Tom Cedars. You have a 10-point advantage over Dustin Painter in third. Is it going to be 2 wins in 3 races next week?
I hope so. I'm a big fan of the short tracks in these cars, and Richmond's always been one of my favorites. So, yeah, hopefully we'll have a little bit better luck there with the pit strategy and the timing of the cautions.
We'll see you next Thursday. Congratulations on second.
All right, thank you, Rick.
Our race winner, trying to get his 3rd title this season and doing the best he can with a win. Tom Sears, your gamble pays off at Las Vegas. You've got your first win this season, and you'll be headed into round 3 with a little bit of a chip on your shoulder.
Yeah. First, I just want to, hats off to the other guys on the podium, Jeremy and Cody. They really, ever since we got here on iRacing, they've been the bar of measurement. So, just good race with them. Cody and Juan were just in a totally different zip code at the beginning of the race. I'm not sure what happened to Juan there, but they were in a zip code. And then me and Jeremy were kind of on the same strategy. So I like his strategy. That was a good one. We were in Las Vegas, so we rolled the dice a little bit there, and it paid off this time. So that's really what it came down to was the tire wear, tire strategy, and that's how I was able to pull that one off because I definitely wasn't first in outright speed.
It works for you. You pulled it off, and you've got the win at Las Vegas. Congratulations. We'll see you in a week from Richmond.
Yeah, hopefully we can have some good luck there too. I don't know if we're gonna be as risky with the strategy, but Rick, appreciate the stream. Always do an amazing job here in TNT. So really appreciate your stream and my sponsor 213simware.com. Appreciate those guys too, and all the ARCS admins and people that put this league together. Thank you.
Thank you, buddy. Congratulations once again. Now, that's going to do it for everybody except the giveaway. Drum roll, please. The winner of that number 1-8 Kyle Busch diecast is Bama Trama. Comes through with that one, beating out the old Dirty 30 in that one. So Dirty 30 has a chance to win it next week. Bama Trama, you cannot win it next week, but we will send you that 1-8 Kyle Busch diecast. here within the next coming days. Reach out on Twitter and we'll get a hold of you. That does it for us here from Las Vegas. Next week, if you haven't figured it out just yet, we're racing round number 3 at the Richmond Raceway, going back to some more short track racing. So we hope you'll be with us. We'll be giving away another diecast as well. Stay tuned to Rick James TV and Thursday Night Thunder on Twitter for more info on that. Shout out to Old Dirty 30, Bama Trama, Mark the Fat Shark, Garrison Girl, and everybody who tuned in. We cannot do these races without you, the fans. Thank you so much. And until that next race, everybody, please stay safe. Do take care of each other, and we will see you all